Hello friends, this video on motion in a straight line part 8 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exams. Please make sure that you have watched part 1 to part 7 before going ahead with part 8. Let us say we want to plot the graph of the previous figure. The y-axis represents distance and the x-axis represents time. Let us say this is our origin O. This is the time axis. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let us suppose that we take time in hours and we take distance in kilometers. So whatever values are there, they are all in kilometers, and whatever values are there in the x-axis, they are all in hours. Now from the previous slide, what did we see? We saw that Ronnie was traveling 1 kilometer. Ronnie was traveling from his home to church. So he traveled 1 kilometer in 1 hour. Then he traveled from church to school. The distance in that case was 2 kilometers and he took 2 hours. Again, he started from school to playground. The distance traveled was 3 kilometers and the time he took was 2 hours. Now, using this data, we will plot the graph. So, the first thing, he starts from his home, which is the initial position. He goes to his school, travels 1 kilometer in 1 hour. So, he travels somewhat like this. And he reaches the church. From church, he travels 2 kilometer. 2 kilometer means from here 2 kilometer. 1, 2. 2 more kilometers in 2 more hours. That is 1, 2. That means somewhere here. So it's something like this. Then from his school, he travels 3 kilometers. So 1, 2, 3. 3 kilometers in 2 hours. So somewhat like. So this would be somewhat like this. So we could see the 3 parts of the journey, from home to church, from church to school, and then from school to playground. Right. Now we have already studied that if we plot a distance time graph, the slope of the distance time graph is equal to speed. In the previous slide, we calculated the value of average speed for each of the journeys. Now here, by looking at the graph and using this relation, again we will try to calculate the value of the speed, and what we will find is that the values come out to be the same. So let us first start calculating the average speeds for all the 3 journeys. Now, let us see the first journey. So, in this first journey, let us suppose this angle is theta 1. So, the speed, that is V1 for the first journey, would be equal to tan theta 1. Tan theta 1 would be equal to y by x. So, what will be the value of y here? Y is 1 and x is 1. That is y by x. So, value of y is 1. Value of x is 1. So this is 1 kilometer per hour. Right? Now let us calculate V2. So this is V2. Now to calculate the slope of this line, this angle, let us suppose, is theta 2. So this will be equal to tan theta 2. So tan theta 2 is again y by x. So what will be the value of y in this case? This value. So we want this value of y. This value would be 3. This is total 3 minus this value 1 because we want this value. So this will be nothing but 3 minus 1. So y is 3 minus 1. And what will be the value of x? We want this value. That means this total value minus this one. So we want this x value. So which will again be 3 minus 1. So this is equal to 2 by 2, which is again equal to 1 kilometer per hour. Now let us calculate V3, that is for this slope, the third one. So even in this case, let us consider this as theta 3. We join this. So V3 would be equal to tan theta 3, which is again equal to y by x, which is equal to this y will be, we basically want this value. That means this should be 6 minus 3 divided by this value. That is 5 minus 3. So this is 3 by 2, which is equal to 1.5 kilometers per hour. So we calculated the average speeds for the 3 individual journeys. Now the net average speed, as we know that the total average speed cannot be the sum of the 3. So even mathematically, slopes cannot be added. Slopes are never added. So make a note of this point. So it is very similar to saying that V cannot be equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So the average speed for the entire journey going from your home to the playground, that average speed would be equal to the total distance traveled. What is the total distance traveled? If you see the y-axis, the total distance traveled is 6. And the total distance traveled, total time taken, if you see the x-axis, is 5. Correct? So this comes out to be 1.2 kilometers per hour. Now just have a look at the values of V1, V2 and V3 which we obtained here and try to match them with the previous values. What do we see? They are the same values. Even in the previous slide, we obtained the same values. So this is how we calculated the average speed. Now let us talk of instantaneous speed. Now in this graph, it will be easier for you to understand instantaneous speed. What is instantaneous speed? Instantaneous speed is any value of v. See, when I plot this graph, each point on this graph represents a value of velocity. So any point on this graph is an instantaneous velocity at that point. Let us suppose, for example, I take this point. Now, what is the value of d at this point? That is the distance traveled. Let us suppose the distance traveled is 2 kilometers. And what is the time taken? The time taken is 2 hours. Correct? So, at this point, what is the value of v? That is the value of velocity at this point. So, this point velocity would be 2 kilometers by 2 hours. That means 1 kilometer per hour. So, this is the instantaneous value of velocity at t is equal to 2 hours. This is the instantaneous value of velocity at t is equal to 2 hours. Similarly, so whenever we talk of average speed, we mean to say it is the average value of speed between 2 points, between any 2 desired points. For example, in this case, first we calculate the average speed between these 2 points. So this point and this point were the 2 different points between which we calculated the average speed. Then V2 was the average speed between C and S. Similarly, V3 was the average speed between S and P. V was the average speed between O and P. That means between home and playground. So when we talk of average speed, we mean to say that it is a value of speed which is between 2 points, any 2 desired points. When I say instantaneous speed, I mean to say it is the value of speed at a particular time, at a specific point of time. What is the value of speed? So I hope now it is very clear to you what is average speed and what is instantaneous speed. Thank you. Visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thanks once again.